Fried rice in 35 minutes? And what are Butler Soy Curls anyway? To make this fried rice, obviously you have to start out with rice. So for that, I have a pot here that's about half full of water. No, I'm not measuring the water because it's really not important. As long as my 1 cup of brown rice can fit in there with all the swelling that's going to happen as it cooks, it's perfectly fine. So this goes on the burner on high, get it to a boil. Like I said, I'm going to be using 1 cup of brown rice today. I like brown rice because it has all of the fiber, all of the nutrients, all the good stuff from rice, and it helps a little bit with the health department. Then, the next thing that we're going to be doing is using Butler Soy Curls. These are really, really cool. If you look at it, it just looks like weird little chunks of, I don't know what it looks like, almost like a, I don't know, it's hard to even say. It looks kind of like cereal, really. But these are made from soy, and they are a protein product, so they are basically a meat replacement. The way to get these ready is really, really simple. I have about 1.5 cups of my soy curls in my Pyrex container here. You want to use something that is heat resistant or heat proof, and I have some boiling water. Just want to fill that with boiling water, coat them over, and let them sit for about, 20 minutes or so. While that's soaking, you might want to start making your sauce. For that, I have about 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar, 1 teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons of sesame oil. I have about 3 tablespoons of soy aminose, or the low sodium soy sauce of choice. Soy sauce isn't actually vegan or plant-based, so we tend to use the alternatives. Just give that a little stir. Set that aside for now, we don't need it quite yet. Also, while that water's heating up, prepare your vegetables. I've done this in advance. We have here 1 onion, about 6 white button mushrooms, and 1 large-ish carrot, as well as about 4 cloves of garlic. Now, ginger is optional. I didn't actually have any today, so that's why we're not putting any in, but you can totally add ginger. And before anybody gets crazy on me, no, this is not a traditional fried rice. This is an after work, I got 30 minutes to make dinner fried rice. We're gonna be adding some spinach. This is just fresh, cleaned spinach that we're going to be adding for some extra nutrient content. All right, our water is boiling, so that means it's time to add the rice. I just dump it right in. Give it a quick stir. Then turn the heat down to medium. On my stove, that's like 5 to 6. Ours goes to 9, then high, so I guess that's 10. Now, a little bit about my method for making rice. This is what I do. I treat it more like pasta than I do rice. No lids, no measuring the water, nothing like that. Just make sure there's enough water. And then I'm gonna set a timer for 30 minutes. And I just want it to be a bare simmer like it is right now. You don't really want it to boil over or anything like that because it just makes a mess. But as long as it's just kind of doing exactly what it looks like right there, you're perfect. That's exactly what you want. Now, the soy curls, if they start popping up out of that water, you can just grab a spoon and push them down a little bit. It's okay. They need about 20 minutes in the liquid. You can get away with less if you want to. That's fine too. But it's time to actually start cooking these vegetables. So I'm going to flip the camera over towards the stove and see you in a second. Okay, I have my pan going. It's at about 7 on my stove, and I'm using some silicone tongs because this is a non-stick pan. We are using a no oil method. I'm finding that the non-stick pans just work really, really well. I'm experimenting with some ceramic pans that I got, but I don't have anything big enough. But once my pan is heated up, just gonna dump my vegetables in. Now that is just the mushrooms, onion, and carrot. I didn't put the garlic in yet on purpose. I quartered the mushrooms, as you can see, so they're nice big chunks. Gives a little bit more of a, like a meaty type bite into that fried rice, a little bit more texture. So we'll just spread these around a little bit and get that cooking. One of the tricks to no oil cooking is to not let the food stick. So I don't want it too hot, but I also don't want it too cold because, then it won't cook. But keep things moving, and usually I can do this without even having to add any liquid at all. But I do have some veggie broth made from scraps. We have a video on that. handy just in case I need it. What we're looking for is softening of the veggies and a little bit of color onto those mushrooms. And you can hear that sizzle, right? Now, a word about the rice too. Some people like to use leftover rice, like from the day before. Well, I'm playing this scenario off as just got home from work or didn't plan ahead, don't have rice ready, don't have anything ready. All you gotta do is chop up some stuff, make some rice, mix them together, and there you go. You got fried rice. Okay, so it's been a couple of minutes. Things are starting to soften up. So now I want to add my garlic. The reason you don't add the garlic earlier is because garlic can burn if it's in there too long, and it just gets bitter. You don't necessarily want that. Just give that a good mix through. And I am going to add just a little bit of veggie broth. This is our own homemade. We freeze it up and use it as we need it. Just a tablespoon or two. That's all you really need. Get it in there. What it does is it cools the pan down and gives a little bit of lubrication. But it also allows me to steam the spinach. So I'll just throw that right in there. And I know it looks like a lot, but we all know spinach just like cooks down to nothing. I mean, that's going to be like a bite of spinach by the time it's done. But it adds a nice little splash of green. And also at this point, I'm going to add my black pepper. We like black pepper, so a pretty good amount, about that much. I don't add salt. I also don't really cook with salt at all. Plus, we have the soy sauce-like product going into the sauce that's going to add quite a bit of sodium to this dish anyway. Okay, so at this point, our soy curls have absorbed all they're going to, but we have all that excess water, right? So get out a sieve and a bowl and dump them in. You can save that broth. I don't know that I'd really use it as a broth so much. Might not be the best tasting thing. I just wanted to show you. See? So there we have our soy curls. And if you look at these, they resemble chicken strips. They actually have a similar flavor and texture as well. So they're actually like quite perfect for this kind of dish. Okay, our spinach is wilting down nicely. There are other things that you can put in here. You can, of course, add peas if you wanted to, green beans if you wanted to. All sorts of vegetables work in this, actually. I mean, it's fried rice. Make it your way, right? I am now going to add the soy curls to the veggie mix and give that a stir around. We want to absorb any liquid that's in the pan and get it all into the soy curls. They absorb flavors, kind of like mushrooms or tofu even. It's not like tofu in that flavor or texture. It's completely different, but it does absorb flavors kind of like tofu does. I'm gonna turn my heat down to low at this point. Okay, our rice is pretty much done. There's like a minute left on that timer, so I'm just gonna turn it off the heat and we're gonna strain it just like we did the soy curls. Okay, our rice is done. I strained it and yeah, you just put it through a strainer, a colander, just like you would pasta. And I put it back into the pot. And what I'm doing now is just mixing it around, trying to keep it from sticking. It's back on that burner, but the burner is off even though it's hot. And I'm just trying to dry it a little bit before I add it to my pan with the rest of the veg. All right, here we go. Rice going in. At this point, I'm gonna turn my heat back up on the pan. I had it on low all this time. I'm gonna start mixing this around. Once I start hearing it sizzle, we'll add the sauce. It's interesting that they call it fried rice, because even though technically I'm frying the rice, it doesn't really get fried so much when I do this. Now, I've seen some, like Asian restaurants, they actually really do fry the rice up. There's little bits of crispiness to it, things like that, and that's cool. I just tend to not really get it that hot when I do it. That's probably because I'm not using the wok and I'm not using gas and all that kind of thing. So there's that. So I'm gonna give my sauce one last mix and then I'm gonna pour it right in. Now the trick to this is you don't want too much sauce, which sounds kind of crazy because you want the flavor, right? But too much sauce just makes it too salty and it makes it soupy. Like you see, there's a little bit of liquid in the bottom here. This is why I have it on the heat right now. It'll actually cook most of that off because, you know, the soy aminos and the vinegar really have a lot of water in them. And man, I wish smell-o-vision was a thing because the sesame oil, is just fantastic in this. That is one of my favorite secret ingredients. It's probably the only oil that I use. So I guess when I said that this was a no oil cooking, I was kind of wrong, because it is actually oil, but we only use about a teaspoon of it for, this is gonna serve myself and Derica, and maybe even have some leftovers. But as you can see, it's starting to thicken up. That's what we want. We don't want it to stay pooled on the bottom. You want everything to soak it all up. And now I'm gonna take it back off the heat because that was enough. Sometimes it takes a little more, sometimes a little less. I'm just gonna give a stir around, get everything mixed, and then let's taste it.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, narcisetto giro d'amor.
All right, so I have a little bit of the fried rice in a bowl here. Let's give it a taste. First, I want to show you, I don't know how well you can see that. Let me see. That is one of the soy curls. It just has this lovely texture like chicken. Sorry if you're vegan and that kind of grosses you out. It's just a lot of people are trying to make the transition, and I'm encouraging that. So it is good to have some comparisons and help to switch over, but let's give this a try. I just know I'm gonna burn my mouth on it. I do this all the time, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's perfect. The amount of seasoning is just right. Any more of that soy flavor would probably be overpowering, and all the textures still work. You have just a little bit of give to the carrot. The onions are adding a little bit of sweetness to it. The mushrooms are there, and then that chickeny type thing. And you barely even notice the spinach, but it does add a nice little pop of green. Just super, super good. All right, well, Derek and I are gonna go eat dinner now. But you should make this. 30, 35 minutes tops, you have a beautiful fried rice that is plant-based and healthy for you. I'm gonna put up some numbers here to give you an idea of the nutrient content in this fried rice. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.